Thursday, December 10, 2024. Mental health is real. Seek help, end the stigma. News this morning. Police warn against night travel along Ilele-Omerelu-Isiokpo-Ilele roads. Tony Okocha-led Rivers APC sets up panel to probe Secretariat bombing. NNPCL says Port Harcourt refinery 90% complete. Frustration as food prices soar 2 weeks to Christmas. Today is Human Rights Day, and on the foreign scene, Haiti gang kills over 100 people accused of witchcraft. Details of this and more after this break. Moily with the news. Now, the Rivers State Police Command has advised against traveling on the Ilele-Omerelu and Isiokpo-Ilele roads in Ikwere local government area at night. The State Commissioner of Police Mohammed Mustafa in an interview said the command has intensified security along the route to address rising security concerns. He also said the command has held meetings with local vigilante groups in the area to find lasting solutions to the security challenges.
But as well as the effective deployment we have carried out now, I'm assuring you that that road from airport runabout Omogwa to Ishopo to Ilele, from Ilele till you reach boundary with Imo, or from Ilele to Omog, Ilele Elimini. By the grace of God, all those access we have notified them. We want to ensure that the roads are safer for road users. We only advise the road users to restrict their movement. Anything after midnight is very risky to travel. We are calling on general public to reduce their movement in the night.
CP Mustafa also said during the meeting it was discovered that the criminal activities are being carried out by some former members of local vigilante groups. He added that the vigilantes have pledged to work with the police to identify and arrest the culprits.
They had meeting with OSPAC. Despite their problems within themselves, it was through OSPAC we were able to know that yes, some of these bad boys, as you rightly of are taking advantage. If the policemen abandon that, they will now come and take over them to kidnap those who have fall out from the same organization, who are criminal elements within that association. Out.
Recall that in 2016, persistent kidnappings along the Ilele and Iro multiple police checkpoint on those routes. But in recent weeks, criminal activities resurfaced on that route with a video of kidnapped victims narrating their ordeal and how their captors took them to a farmland full of bodies. The victims also said many more are still in captivity on the Ilele-Omerelu and Isiokpo-Ilele roads. Moving on, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara is continuing his schedule of project commissioning and flag-offs today with the rehabilitated Okocha Road and spurs in Rumolumeni, Obiakpo local government area. Recall that the activity started on December 4, 2024. Yesterday, Governor Fubara inaugurated 2 reconstructed blocks of 12 flats at the Nigeria Air Force Base in Port Harcourt. He pledged that the state government will extend its support beyond communities to include institutions across the state.
To tell Nigeria that we're not limiting our support to our primary assignment only to the communities or the LGAs, but we also extend our support to other institutions who also help in making Rivers State whole and safe. When they are comfortable they will perform effectively. These are men who are always flying to ensure that those national treasures are secured.
The chief of the statement for officers. Meanwhile, the Onyishi of Great Ancient Igbo Kingdom in Eche local government area, King Samuel Amechi, has commended Governor Siminalayi Fubara for delivering projects that would impact positively on the lives of Eche people. King Amechi gave the commendation in a statement to welcome the governor to Eche local government area as he sets to flag off the reconstruction of Iguafaramba Road on Wednesday, 11th of December. The Igbo monarch noted that the people of Eche are grateful to Governor Fubara to further open up and connect Eche communities and reassured him of the continued support of Eche ethnic nationality towards his administration. He called on Eche people to come out en masse on Wednesday by 11 a.m. to welcome the governor and his entourage to Eche as they have always done. Away from that, the Tony Okocha-led APC in Rivers State has inaugurated a 9-man committee to investigate the immediate and remote causes of the attack at its party secretariat along Aba Road on October 5th, 2024. Inaugurating the committee, Mr. Okocha said the party was forced to set up the committee following the governor's refusal to include the attack on its secretariat as part of the incident to be investigated by the Judicial Panel of Inquiry set up to investigate the arson and destruction in some council secretariat.
We're here to tell Nigerians that we're still paid by the heinous and dastardly activities of people who do not know about. But the action spoke louder than words. So we have felt that since we're not covered, so on this note, we have agreed to set up our own panel of inquiry. The panel will be empaneled to extend invitations to anybody, invite people. We are hearing stories and gossips of what happened. We cannot agree to it. But it is your duty to isolate these points and then give us a report of what happened.
The committee is led by its state legal advisor, Kelechi Muzi, and is expected to submit its report within 1 month. Now, elsewhere, 3 traditional rulers in Port Harcourt City local government area of Rivers State have faulted moves by Eze Epara Rebisi Uche Isaiah Eliku to install new Oho holders, family Ezes, and honorary chiefs in Rebisi Kingdom. The chiefs Eze Christopher Nwonodi, Eze Anthony Akarolu, and Eze Chukwuemeka Oluchime. In a statement through their lawyer, Bisi Ejeku warned that going ahead with the installation would amount to contempt of court. According to the statement, the planned installation is a subject of litigation before Justice B. Diepiri of the Port Harcourt High Court. Now, the statement further warned that any action taken when the matter is yet to be decided by the court would be deemed as null and void. Now, they called on the Rivers State government to intervene in order to avoid any breakdown of law and order in Rebisi Kingdom. Still to come, frustration as food prices soar 2 weeks to Christmas. Stay with us. Come back. Now, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has stated that the new Port Harcourt refinery is over 90% completed. Now, this was confirmed on Monday by the Group Chief Executive Officer of the NNPCL, Mele Kyari. He spoke when labor leaders from the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, visited the facility in Rivers State.
You can see the new Port Harcourt refinery is at an advanced stage, but importantly, size matters. This plant is 2.5 times the old Port Harcourt refinery, and it has more complexity. It has a cracker, it has other value-adding units. So as you can see, with the level of work that is ongoing, I said it starts with integrity checks, and those parts that have failed, we are replacing.
Moving on, as the Harmattan season brings dry air and an increased risk of fire outbreaks, a safety professional, Joy Amoniye Ofori, has warned against storing flammable materials such as cartons in kitchens. In an interview with our correspondent, Ms. Amoniye Ofori, an HSE inspector in Bonny also urged the public not to burn refuse without proper monitoring.
Some persons keep cartons of TV, AC, refrigerators in their kitchen, and these are combustibles. For those cooking with firewood, it's necessary to put it off completely when you're done cooking. Those burning bushes or would want to burn their waste this period, we advise that you don't leave the flame unattended to. Also, you should avoid using candles or lantern near flammable materials, as this could also cause a fire outbreak. Avoid smoking or throwing your smokes in dry bushes.
The HSE inspector also advised Rivers residents to arm themselves with basic knowledge of how to use a fire extinguisher.
People overload their extensions. They use naked wires to, plug into fuses. It is advisable not to overload your electricity, whether Harmattan period or not. If you can, have a fire extinguisher in your homes or your offices and learn how to use the fire extinguishers. Teach your family members how to extinguish a fire. So in the event of a fire emergency, they could actually also act. It's also important for people to have fire emergency center number, so you can call in the event of fire outbreak.
Now recall that over the weekend, a fire outbreak opposite the Iguruta market affected about 8 lock-up shops as goods worth millions of naira were destroyed. Eyewitnesses said it took the effort of some patriotic citizens to put out the fire. In other news, as Nigerians join the rest of the world to mark Human Rights Day today, rights activist Prince Nwiro has joined in calling for an end to the abuse of citizens' rights. Mr. Nwiro, who is the national coordinator of Center for Basic Rights, Protection and Accountability Campaign, told correspondent Obiorunware that until citizens enjoy their full social rights, the country cannot be said to be thriving in its social justice system.
Many Nigerians in the region whose environment have been degraded by multinationals in the course of oil exploration are yet to get justice. There will be no future for a country where citizens are denied their social rights such as quality education, standard healthcare system, basic and social amenities due to corrupt practices by some public office holder.
The human rights advocate, however, urged citizens, including governments, to promote activities that will reduce all forms of human rights abuses in society.
For Nigeria to have a future, social, environmental, and human rights must be promoted by the government and citizens. Everybody must be equal in the eyes of the law, irrespective of tribe, religion, and status. It is the right of every citizen to demand transparency and accountability from all public office holders at all levels to secure future for the country.
Our World Human Rights Day is celebrated every December 10. This year's theme is Our Rights, Our Future, right now. It shows how human rights affect people everywhere, every day. Meanwhile, it's 2 weeks to Christmas, and some residents of Port Harcourt say they are unable to buy the same quantity of food items that a certain amount of money could get them in the past. Catch details of this and more in the business news at 7. We go on another short commercial break.
We members of the defunct Tinubu Shetima President
On the international scene, at least 110 people, mostly elderly people, being accused of witchcraft have been killed by gang members in the Haitian capital, Port-au-Prince. This is according to a human rights group, National Human Rights Defense Network. It said a local gang leader targeted them after his son fell ill and subsequently died. That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Police have warned against night travel along Elele, Omerelu, Isiobo, Elele roads. Tony Okocha-led Rivers APC has set up a panel to probe secretariat bombings. NNPCL have said the Port Harcourt refinery is now 90% complete. There is frustration as food prices soar 2 weeks to Christmas. Today is Human Rights Day, and on the foreign scene, Haitian gang has killed over 100 people accused of witchcraft. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.